Okay, so we're back, episode 26 now. So you got me today in the morning, got me in the afternoon. I've got a bit of morning running around to do, my morning routine. It's still quite early, so I'm going to show you a bit more of my morning routine. I'm going to take the dog out for a walk, but first I'm going to have a coffee and then we can crack on. So it's a Thursday today, and Thursdays are not the busiest day for me with check-ins. So I've only got about 6 or 7 check-ins to go through here. I've gone through 4 of them already, so I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go through. So I'll go through these now, have my coffee. I've already been to the gym already this morning. I actually drove because I needed some whey. But I always prepare my meal in advance, so my first meal always gets prepared in advance. So I'm not pissing about like when I come back from walking the dog, like faffing about with food. I'm just getting on, eating and cracking on with my day. So that was already prepared. So I'll crack on with these check-ins now, which is always part of my morning routine. Get this work done, get the bulk of my work done in the morning, have my coffee, walk the dog, and then we'll have meal 1 and then we'll go and train. So my boy Tom here now, checking in almost every day. He's pretty close to his show now, looks real sharp. Looks really, really sharp. Really crispy. And lower back's coming in, nice and tight. He's just finished actually. 2 days deload, so he did 2 days of no training, no cardio, and his weight dropped a kilo. So it suggests to me that he just needs to pull back a little bit now in his training. So what I've done here is I've just sent him a reply saying, morning bud, double rest day did the job. When you're training now, I just want you to train 1 set to failure rather than 2, because obviously close to the show, when you're that lean and you're pushing fucking hard, the potential for injury is harder, your cortisol levels are going to rise even further, your body's already stressed because it's in a massive deficit and it's been in a deficit for so long. You're not going to lose any muscle tissue at this stage. All he might do here is lose a little bit of fullness, but when we begin to introduce some carbs, that fullness will come straight back. So I'm just pulling him back to 1 set to failure per exercise rather than 2. And probably next week I probably won't even take any sets to failure with him because he's so lean, so hard, so dry already. That's going to just raise the potential for injury even higher. It's going to make water weight go even higher. It's going to make stress go even higher. So again, we're just pulling back here now going into the show, and this guy's going to be hard to beat, man. I'm telling you. As I said, I think he's in the same class as Tim and Tom. Okay? So it will be close because Tim is very aesthetic, like probably got one of the smallest waists I've ever seen. Still got a lot of muscle as well, but Tom has a lot denser, thicker frame and a lot more mature muscle. Like Tom is in his 30s, where Tim is in his 20s. Like he's been training a lot longer, got a lot denser, thicker muscle. So it'd be really interesting to see what they go for on a day. And as I said, I think I've got Curtis as well on that day, who's like a hybrid of the both. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting. Again, Jack will be there for the shows as well, so yeah, you'll get to see it all unfold as well. Okay, so every day about 7ish I walk bare once I've done my check-ins, or the bulk of my check-ins. I walk the same route every day. Just go through the forest. It's only about 15-minute walk to the forest, and then 15 minutes around the forest, and then 15 minutes walk back, so about 45 minutes in total. It will be quite muddy today, so I put my dog walking trainers on and then we get going. So I always walk this route because they've been walking for like 10 minutes and we've not seen anybody yet. And I always think it's a really, really important part of the day, the morning, to set yourself up to win the day. And it's important to have, whether it be in the morning or the evening, some time to yourself to gather your thoughts, to think about what actions you need to do during that day, or the next day, for example, if you're doing it in the evening. Because it does really set you up to win that day or win the next day. If you think about, right, this is what I've got to achieve, this is the things I've got to do, because that's like, although it sounds massively cliche, like it's something that hardly anyone does. Like actually think about, right, what am I going to do to win today? What do I need to do to win tomorrow? What are the actions that I need to take? It's just really, really important to have some time to yourself. Just gather your thoughts, think about how you're going to do things, how you're going to win the day, what you've got to do to achieve the sort of next goal, or the small steps to achieve your next goal. And usually, like, I've got my headphones on, usually I'll listen to a podcast, which will help me then gather my thoughts, or will put me in a positive mind frame, or positive frame of mind, however you want to say it. It's just really, really important. Again, it's something that I know a lot of successful people do, whether they do it via a walk, they might sit in their office and just take 10 minutes just to plan out the day. But I would really, really recommend it. Like, I would really, really recommend it to anybody. Just take 10 minutes out your day in the morning, wake up 10 minutes earlier, 15 minutes earlier, and just gather your thoughts. Just think about, right, what am I going to do today? How am I going to win today? What are the actions that I need to take today? So today will be the first time I go to Herne Bay in like 4 weeks, 5 weeks. And that's a really, really important thing, because it shows that the business is running itself. It shows that the business is doing everything that it needs to do to succeed. So yeah, I'll go to Herne Bay, I'll get that done. I've got some emails to send out, which I have to send out today. I've got some bits that I need to send to suppliers today as well. I've got some invoices that I need to pay. Like, I've got things that I need to do today, and again, that's what's going to set me up to the day to win the day as well. So, meal one. Here, taking out the fridge. I like to have my cream of rice cold. So we've got 80 grams of cream of rice, 50 grams of Biscoff. Yeah, it's a lot of Biscoff. 10 grams of dark chocolate and almond butter, which is a nice mix by Pip and Nut. And then 50 grams of whey and 150 grams of blueberries. So I'll say that again, it's 80 grams of cream of rice, 50 grams of Biscoff, 10 grams of dark chocolate almond butter, 50 grams of whey, and 150 grams of blueberries. So I have that now. Got in from the walk 5 minutes ago, just give myself a little bit of time to relax. I feed Bear before I feed me, so he's been fed already. He's got water, then I'll do this meal. Quickly knock out some check-ins while I'm doing this meal as well, and then we'll be ready to train. Making up post-workout now. When I travel to Herne Bay, it's like 45 minutes away from where I live, so by the time I'm there, I chat with people, and then I drive home. It's going to be like hour and a bit before I eat. So I just make this up now and I just take it with me, and then I'm in no rush then to get home. Again, same method that I used before. I've actually started using a new combo. So if anybody wants a new combo to use, this is fucking lovely. This is really good. It's cookies and cream whey and chocolate and salted caramel cream of rice. So cookies and cream whey here, 2 kilo tub. It's about 40 quid. Use my code to get it a bit cheaper. LRF 10, and then the cream of rice here. This one is chocolate and salted caramel, one of the new flavors. These two, like, are fucking banging. Mix them two together, and it's really, really good. And I have that with a little bit of baking powder, again, just to make it like a cake. And then post-workout, I have 60 grams of Biscoff, which is 10 grams more than what I have pre, and I have a square bar as well. So really shuttling in them carbs post-workout. No berries this time, I'll save my berries for the evening. But I get this meal made now, and I don't actually take it in this Tupperware because it's too big. I have to take it in 2 separate Tupperwares, and then I'll eat that when I'm there as well. So yeah, again, it just saves me like worrying about getting back quick, gotta eat, Not that like I'm scared of, oh, I'm gonna lose muscle. It's the fact that I'm fucking starving, so I want to eat. So yeah, but yeah, I'll get this all made up now. So this is another one of our new products that we're trying at the moment, which is a vegan protein. It's fucking really good, like really, really good. Like, anyone who drinks whey and then drinks vegan protein always says vegan protein never tastes as good as whey, it's never as smooth, it never tastes as good in terms of flavorness. But this one is actually fucking epic. Like, I mean, like, I drank this the other night and I was like, I would happily have that more often. We've also got salted caramel coming out as well, and a chocolate orange. So we're gonna have 3 flavors of vegan. It's gonna be chocolate hazelnut, which is this one here, chocolate orange, and salted caramel. We're going to put it all in recyclable bags as well. So again, no more tubs to throw away and stuff like that, which will be really good. Very reasonably priced as well, as always with Complete Strength. So yeah, this is a product that we are really excited about actually, because I've tried every single other vegan protein and none of them, and I promise you, I'm not just saying this, none of them taste as good as this. So when this comes out, I think it'll be a flyer, to be honest. So I was just telling Jack actually, when we first released one of the cream of rices, we called it Biscoff. So as you can see here, Lotus Biscoff. And I thought Biscoff was the name of a flavor, like vanilla, strawberry, but it's the name of the product. So when we brought it out, Lotus actually emailed me and they said, we've heard you're using our name Biscoff on your product, you need to take it off. But obviously we produced 2,000 tubs and 2,000 labels which were going out to customers. So then we had to get 2,000 stickers, like little tiny stickers that was an overlay on the word Biscoff and change it to caramel biscuit. But yeah, like obviously like, yeah, brand new company, like, you know, it just shows like that these big companies are fucking paying attention to what people are doing. Like, you know, they saw that we were using the word Biscoff, emailed me directly and said, take that, like very politely, you know, absolutely professional, very politely said, listen, you need to remove that word, call it something else because it's not a flavor, it's actually the name of our product. So yeah, we were almost stealing the name of their product. So yeah, you know, it was interesting. But anyway, put 60 grams of this on here. I'm using a lot of this, so maybe what I'll do is I'll email Lotus back and say, listen, maybe you can offer me a discount code on this. So if you watched the last video, a couple of people asked like, but does the container not get measured by weight? And yeah, it does get measured by weight. So for example here, this container, if I use 2 scoops, then I get 20 servings out of it at 2 scoops. But here, if I use 1 scoop, I get 30 servings out of it. So 1 serving here is 19.5 grams. 1 serving here is 8.5 grams. So you can see the difference. And that's why I said that this is what I don't like about Naughty Boy. I think their products are very good, but they sort of trick you because they say, right, it's got 40 scoops in, and yes, it does have 40 scoops in, but you really need to use 2 scoops to get a decent sized serving. 2 scoops of this is 17 grams. 2 scoops of this, 2 scoops of this is 40 grams. So you can see the difference. So that's why this product, like, I think it's a good product, but it's definitely overpriced in my opinion, because as I said, you get 40 scoops here, and each scoop is only 8.5 grams. In each scoop, you only get 3 grams of citrulline. In a product like this, you get 5 grams of citrulline per scoop. So people say, oh, well actually, you know, Preview 2, it's $32.99, this is $33.99, it's only really a £1 difference. Yeah, but you're also paying double for this because you're having to double scoop it every time, where you're having to only single scoop this. So that's the difference between these products. And these products and some of these products like Naughty Boy are a little bit sneaky in that respect, where we will give you a true 30 serving, even just on 1 scoop. If you get 1 scoop of this, you're wasting your time. You need to double scoop this. So therefore, really, you only get 20 servings of this. So it's 9 o'clock, we're 10 past 9 now. Very productive morning. Got my meal in, just about to head off and train, done all my client replies. Sent off a couple of emails that I had to, chase some stringer vests for the gym for the summer, and now just go and train. So it's about a 45-minute drive, and I'll see you there. So I've got push 2 today, which is a shoulder dominant session. Starting off with some laterals and doing some high incline press on a gym shop press, doing some crucifix laterals, reverse pec deck, overhead tricep extension, and then a narrow press. So that's 6 exercises. This one is quite a short session actually, only maybe take me 50-60 minutes to get through. Got some big numbers to hit today actually. Got 4 plates to hit aside on the incline chest press. We'll have a look if we get that. So my first heavy set of the day on the lateral is 95 kilo. It's not a true 95 kilo. No one's fucking lateral in 95 kilos.
But yeah, this will set the tempo for the workout now. So this is me sort of head down now, get cracking on. I'll talk you through some of the exercises, but I've got this one which will be a really heavy hard set for me, and also on the incline gym shot I've got to do 4 plates a side today, which will be a PB for me on that. So those are the 2 big sets for me today. So head down now, crack on. Cool. 4 plates for 8. It's good. So I wanted the 75 for 8 last week, so good, extra 5 kilos aside on that. So on to crucifix laterals now. A bit of a different resistance profile to the prime machine. The prime machine I always make heavy at the top where your muscle is the shortest. But on this one, slightly different angle, slightly different resistance profile, a little bit more even resistance profile. So it's not lighter at the bottom and heavier at the top. This is sort of even throughout. Just another variation of a lateral, really trying to hit your lateral head here. The pressing that we've done is going to be very much chest, shoulder dominant. There's going to be quite a lot of chest recruited in that, but there's also going to be quite a lot of front delt recruited in it as well. So that's going to be sort of our front delt work. We've done 2 bits of lateral work. We'll do a reverse pec deck next as well, so we hit all the different heads of the shoulder as well. So yeah, final set here now. So moving on to a reverse pec deck now, back of the shoulder if you don't know. When you're setting up this machine, try not to have, all you really want to try and do is just put your arm out straight in front of you, and that's the line that you want to move in. You don't want your arm to be above, you don't want your arm to be below. Easiest way to do this and make it idiot proof is literally just put your arms out here, and this is the height that you want to be pulling back at. You don't want your arms above shoulder height, or you don't want your arms below shoulder height. Just nice and easy, arms straight in front of you, and that's where you want to be moving, in that plane of movement. As I said, you don't want your arms to be too high, too low. To make it really, really easy, just arms out in front of you, and that's where you want to be pulling down from. So as you can see here, my wrist is pretty much the same height as my shoulder. It's not higher, it's not lower. As I said, it's pretty much horizontal here with my shoulder.
Like I wanna see her form. Tell me what you for, yeah. Ayy, and pay me what I'm owed, yeah. Yeah, yeah, all this money on me. Yeah, yeah, cash rules all around me. Yeah, yeah, all this money around me. Yeah, yeah, cash rules all around me. Yeah,
how you feel like a man with that?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I tell them long, little real, I stay true to that.
So this is a movement I don't see performed very often. It's a narrow grip tricep press. Honestly, this will fucking blow your arms up. This is such a nice movement. Resistance profile on it's perfect. It's heavy at the top, light at the bottom. Takes all the pressure off your shoulders and literally just fucking loads your tricep. Yeah, you won't go heavy on this. Pump you'll get your tricep absolutely nasty. Give this a go.
Last time I drip, real plush, huh? Internet tea off a blue pill. Hand grip stack of the blue cheese. Turn that to a bag at a new crib. Nice big spot by the seaside. Never stressed on for a handout. Niggas ain't on what I pay on. Niggas ain't on, need a rewrite. Yeah. Gold fronts to show the color of my soul. Fuck who you think you is, you got me in a mode. Where I'm from, we live and die by the code. Either that or sell your soul to get a roll. Black boy joy, she wanna see the Forbes like I wanna see her form. Tell me what you for, yeah. Ayy, and pay me what I'm owed, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All this money on me. Yeah, yeah. Cash rules all around me. Yeah, yeah. All this money around me. Yeah, yeah. Cash rules all around me. Yeah,
how you feel like a man with that? I tell them long, little real, I stay true to that. Cool by the king, got drip by the wave, yeah. We be independent living, you $1 million slave, yeah.
So to finish the session now. I don't know if you remember, this used to all be like really horrible carpeting, and now we've got the wooden flooring here. This will be the posing room, all the mirrors will go along this wall here and the back wall. And you might ask, well, would you not mirror the whole thing because it's a posing room? But if you mirror the whole thing, you get tunnel vision, so you get tunnel mirror. So if I look at myself here, then there's a mirror behind me, literally just replicates boom, 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 boom. So again, it's one of those things that people don't know about, is that you only mirror two sides. So you don't get tunnel mirror, so you don't look here and you see yourself 700 times. So mirror the back wall, mirror the side wall. So again, this has already come along quite well. Floor's down, it's nice. Wooden floor, so almost replicates the stage with the wooden floor. You've got the natural light coming in through there, which is good. Gives you a really nice vision when you're posing. These two tube lights that are along here, these will go and there will be spotlights put in here. Again, just to give the best lighting here. So almost again replicates the stage lighting as well. So yeah, this is almost done. Mirrors will come early next week, late next week. Spotlights will be in after, so yeah. And then this will all be sorted, so it'll be a really nice posing room actually. So post-workout now, I'm not gonna piss about too much because I'm starving. Cream of rice that I made earlier, Biscoff. Have this now, leave a little bit on the floor. And while I'll just go through some messages, just anything that come through while I was training. Probably again, like I easily have 20 WhatsApps on my phone now that I have to go through and knock out quite quickly. All that have come through since about, I don't know, about 3 hours ago. So I'll get them knocked out, get that done, and then crack on with the afternoon. So with the position that I'm in now, like with the 2 gyms, with the coaching brand, with the supplement brand. Like, in essence, I don't really need to work. Like, I don't need to work. The gym's bringing enough money, the supplement brand brings enough money. The other coaches themselves, between the 3 other coaches, sorry, it's 4 other coaches now. Between the 4 other coaches, they have 100 clients between each other. So in essence, I make enough money off of that, not to have to work. But what motivates me now is trying to create the legacy of LRF. And I think we're already at the forefront of doing that in terms of bringing on new coaches. Like, for example, like when Jace joined us, and now he's a very, very successful coach in his own right, he had no clients. When Charlotte came aboard, she had no clients. She wasn't even involved in the fitness industry. When Mia came on board again as well, she wasn't even involved in the fitness industry. Same as Laurie. Yeah, Jack is different because he was involved. He was already a very, very active competitor. But the other guys were competitors, but they weren't doing anything really to do with coaching. And one of the things that I always think about is it's not monetary for me. It's never been monetary. Money is a byproduct of creating a great service and having success in that great service. It's now putting these people in a position where they're able to build lives for themselves and build businesses for themselves. And again, like I say this humbly, nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is doing that in the industry. Nobody else is bringing apprentices on board as coaches, letting them build up their client base, starting on £500, going to £1,000, going to £1,500, and like people like Jace earning in excess of six figures. People like Charlotte, she's 2 years into coaching now, she's gonna probably earn 70, 80 grand this year. Like nobody else is doing that in the industry. And just like nobody else was bringing coaches on board really until we started bringing coaches on board, nobody is bringing apprentices on board and saying, right, you've got no coaching experience, let me teach you everything there is to know about coaching, do your apprenticeship, and if you want to, then you can go your own way and you've got then a business. So for example, like 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line, when these coaches have kids and have conversations that, like, you know, mum, like for example Laurie, if Laurie has kids and her little kid asks her, Mum, why do we live in London or Kent, like but our family's from Wales? She'll have a really good conversation to say, well, you know what, like I went and I worked with this brand called LRF and they built everything that I need. They helped me build my business, they helped me build my coaching portfolio, they helped me build that. So that's what building a legacy now is for me. You know, when people have conversations with Jace, who's now 6 or 7 years into coaching, and they're saying to you, what got you into coaching? The LRF brand comes up. You know, well, I worked for LRF for 2 years as an apprentice, I built my client base up, we went to shows every weekend. Like that's what building a legacy is. So if, for example, touch wood, hopefully I don't, but if I die tomorrow, the brand still continues, everything still continues, people still speak highly of LRF, because I could retire from coaching tomorrow and I would still be one of the most successful coaches around. There are coaches that would love to be in the position that I'm in. Nobody's won as many shows as what LRF has. Nobody's won as many pro cards as what LRF has. Nobody's had as many top threes as what LRF has. Nobody has done that. That whether you like it or not is facts. And nobody's done that, but that will all be lost, for example, if tomorrow then I passed away. But what won't be lost now is the fact that we've helped these people create these incredible brands themselves. Like, you know, Charlotte has a client base of 50 people. In 2021, in her first year of coaching, she helped more than 10 people win shows. Jace has helped hundreds of people win shows, and through his own incredibly hard work and through the guidance of LRF, he's now recognised as one of the best coaches in the industry. And I expect the same for people like Shah, Laurie, Mia, Jack. In the next couple of years, they're going to be known as one of the best coaches in the industry. And that's what creating a legacy is now, and that's what this brand now is all about. Building these incredible facilities like Herne Bay, allowing apprentices to come in, work at these facilities, learn the ropes, learn absolutely everything there is to do with coaching while building a brand is so important to me. Like I said, because in 5, 10, 15 years time, when that conversation of what do you do for a living comes up with that person's children or friends, and they're saying, how come you live down here? The brand of LRF says, well, you know what, this guy Rob owned the brand, it gave me a massive opportunity. I took that opportunity with both hands, and this is where we are today, earning in excess of 6 figures a year, have a lovely house, and that's the legacy that we want to create here at LRF. And again, that's the reason that we do what we do. And again, I say this humbly,
Nobody else has ever done that within the fitness industry, ever. You will not be able to name another coaching brand that has done that. And you still are not able to name another coaching brand that's doing that today. We are the only people who are bringing people in, letting them work within the gym space, learning the ropes, learning how to be good PTs, learning how to be good coaches, alongside learning how to be fucking awesome athletes as well. So this is what we're here for, and this is what this legacy of LRF will be.
So just washing up my stuff here at the gym. That's it for today for me. That's the morning and early afternoon done. As you see in the morning, check-ins, routine, walk the dog, have a meal, come train, sort of same stuff every day. It's the first time I've been over Herne Bay now in about 4 or 5 weeks. Everything's running really smooth. The guys have got everything unlocked here, which is great. No problems really. Saw the new posing room, which is looking good. The floor looks good. Get the mirrors over in the next few days. Get the lighting up as well, which will be really cool. Push session done as well. So it's now 10 to 1. I've done 8,400 steps as well. So only got 3,000 steps now to do the rest of the day. So as you can see, the majority of my work is done in the morning, to be honest. The bulk of my work is done in the morning. I reply to a few clients. See you, mate, take care. I replied to a few clients after my session itself. Probably had 15 WhatsApps there I had to go through. And to be honest, that's now the bulk of my work done. I'll do a little bit of complete strength work later on. Just do some invoicing and stuff for some trade customers that we've got. I've got a call with the distributor tomorrow as well, like with a big distributor as well. So I've got to do some prep work for that as well. But that's pretty much it now. Like I said to you before in the last video, like a lot of the work is done sat at a computer as an online coach. And a lot of my work is done in the morning because I'm very productive in the morning. But anyway, like I said, I'm pretty much done now, so I'm gonna finish washing this up, get home, and get some more work done. But take care, guys. Do the YouTube thing as always. Subscribe, like, comment, all that good shit. And if there's any questions or queries, as always, just let me know.